Boiler Room. I guess this is officially episode 3, although it's really just episode 2 since episode 1 got so janked up, but got a good one for you today. I'm going to be interviewing Team Covenant Team Covenant Open champion, Phildo. How you doing, Phildo?
I'm pretty good, Blair. How about yourself?
Good, thank you.
Yeah.
Before we get into these games, I'll just start you off with a couple of general questions. How long have you been playing X-Wing for?
Um, I started playing right after 2014 Worlds, so I think that was Wave 3 Bombers and B-Wings had just
Uh-huh.
come out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was about October then. I think the first thing I did was a Vassal Hilo tournament
Mm.
that Theory had ran.
Yep.
Yeah, that's quite a while ago. Quite a different game back.
It was quite. That was about when I came in, and uh, everyone says how swarms were so dominant in Wave 3, but I found when I started playing on Vassal, it seemed like Soontir was everywhere, because it was right when Imperial Aces like it had been announced, but it wasn't quite out, and so that
Oh
was
yeah,
really what I cut my teeth on, was like learning to play against Soontir. Really, a whole lot of people didn't run swarms. He was
yeah.
just everywhere to start, and then it was like as soon as I got good playing against Whisper, Wave 4 dropped, and all of a sudden I had to deal with Whisper all over again. It's like, son of a... So, did you go to Gen Con last year?
Yeah. Last year.
Yeah, how'd you
Uh,
do there?
I didn't do too bad. Yeah, I got to the finals.
Got to the finals, and you had a Soontir with, sorry, what else did you have with it?
Captain Oiken.
Oh, Orkin. So it's basically just a variation of this list, right? More or less.
Yeah, basically. I mean, for the most part, Soontir's a different beast, and it was a pre-Palpatine time,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a few more points, and I could put a Prox Mine on my Captain Oiken,
Mm-hmm.
and instead of Palpatine, it was Gunner and Rebel Captive,
Mm-hmm.
which which were pretty essential
Mm-hmm.
back in that way.
Yeah. So that was a pretty brutal run, Make. Did you face any like big names on your run to the finals there?
Um, what's the name of that guy? I faced a few. I can't remember the name of the one guy. He ran a Soontir and Decimator.
Mm-hmm. Pretty
He's
much,
another big valve name.
more or less,
But I
the
can't name.
Wave 6 list was like Soontir. Although it was more Chirino Soontir. Why did you
Yeah.
lean more towards Oikun?
Well, I like him better as a pilot.
Mm-hmm.
His ability was a little better, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
If you
you
get
can
some...
like
Sorry,
if
go
you can
ahead.
get behind like a fat Han or something,
Uh-huh.
where he's shooting you, and he can only do one or two maneuvers. Because he's stressed with Rebel Captive, you can
Uh-huh.
actually throw out more damage than like the Rear Admiral.
Uh-huh.
So I like him for that reason, and I got like 4 more points, and I could run about the same upgrades that the Rear Admiral was running. So I could either take a really big initiative bid, or grab another tool like a Prox Mine to help
Mhm.
me beat matches and stuff like that.
Okay, so then
That was
Wave 7 drops, and the TLTs are absolutely everywhere.
yes,
And so most people are inclined to stay with Soontir because he's just naturally good against those. What made you decide to go away from that and go with Whisper instead?
that was a tough time in my life. We'll put it that way. I played a few games with Soontir, and he could survive pretty well, but he just wasn't dealing enough damage.
Mhm.
And so I found Whisper could get in there, kill a Y-wing in 3 rounds, or with a turret, probably do it in 2 rounds pretty reliably. Whereas Soontir took like 3 or 4,
Mhm.
and because he's got pushed to the limit, he can't stay in the fight for very long.
Uh-huh.
He has to engage and disengage, whereas Whisper can just stay in the fight for an extended period of time.
Mhm.
So it's a combination of bigger gun and the more like decloak movements was the big reason.
Mhm. Because Whisper's very scary, Soontir is very scary, but, when he's stressed, he more or less becomes kind of predictable as to what he's going to do,
Right.
because he's got a green, whereas Whisper has so much available to her, because she can decloak first, and then is not restrained in that same manner, as well as the fact that if she bumps, not necessarily really that bad. All she really needs
Right.
is to be able to get a shot, and you're still in decent shape.
Right. Yeah, he's got to bump and get a shot.
And when they announced the nerf, a lot of people were just saying like Whisper's done, like no one's gonna fly her ever again. And this is back on the Team Covenant. I made the comment more or less like I don't think she's done. It just requires a whole lot more skill to fly. You can't just decloak hard left or hard one, decloak hard one. You have to be a little bit more cagey, and I think you do a very good job of doing that. So the first game we're going to look at is your final game of the Team Covenant Open against Chilligan. And Chilligan had a... Whoops, that's your list. Actually, let's go ahead and look at your list just so we make sure. So you got Whisper, VI, ACD, Fire Control System, and then Oikun, Predator, Palp, Isani, and Engine. Really a very popular Wave 5 list, minus Palpatine, obviously, but, I mean, that takes a lot of balls to fly that in Wave 6 with TLTs and just turrets in general everywhere. Not to mention tons of PS10 and 11, like Vader and Poe. Do you have to face any of those lists on your run to the finals here?
In this tournament, I did. I don't think I faced a single Poe in this tournament or Vader. I did face a PS9 Han, who he had an init vid. I faced a Dengar, where I think I lost the init vid. But it was actually pretty minimal PS9. So that's pretty lucky there. Though I did find that Poe is not quite as big of a deal for Whisper as maybe Vader is. And even Vader is not like a huge deal. Probably Soontir's the biggest one. Because you can't just kill him outright, whereas Vader's just got minimal tokens, and if you get a good opening engagement, you can just outgun him. If you're lucky.
Okay. So this last one here, this isn't such a terrible matchup for you, right? You got 2 8s going against your 9, and then a 2 against your 4. What did you feel going into this matchup? Do you have any ideas as what you wanted to do?
Yeah. So I mean, I felt not too bad about it. My big one, usually when I play against Tal Faces, either 2 strategies. Either I bum rush directly at them, kind of force a joust, and then kill the Palp shuttle. Because the aces can't really engage and get in front of Oiken. So that's my usual strategy. But against Chilligan's list, this is like a mega joust list. I can't out-joust that.
Yeah.
So my other strategy is sometimes to play such that the shuttle doesn't get any shots. So just wait until it gets into asteroids and try to
get around him.
Screwed, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's been ages. I did come back with Whisper a little bit towards the somewhat in Wave 6. Kind of at the beginning of it, just kind of. Actually, I was close to taking her to Worlds. I really was. I'm glad I didn't. Granted, after seeing what I faced, but back when I did fly her a lot, I always liked having the asteroids just kind of spread out because I found that I liked having her in open space because it kind of kept her decloak and movement options a little more open. Why do you like to pack them in, or was this just something you did this one game?
I think for this match, I packed him in specifically.
For the shuttle?
Yeah, for the shuttle.
Okay. But against something like Palp Apes, for example, well, I guess you're facing a shuttle there too, but what's something, just give me a matchup where you might go with something a little bit different and why.
Well, I'd probably pack in the Palp Aces too. Because I want to limit their movement too. So for jousting lists, you mind if I move the pieces on the board? What do you want to do? I usually do roughly a rock, like, I'll just undo that. It's about range 3 from the board edge. Another rock about range 3 from the board edge. And then roughly 1 right where this big one is. And usually against jousting lists, your opponents end up cornering the rocks. And so this gives a good space to either wait around for them to pick which side of the this line of rocks are going to grow around.
Uh-huh.
Or basically that's what it is. And then also space to decloak and work around the rocks. So that would be an example of how I would set up for a different type of list.
And I believe that is what you did to me when we played our ELO match, and it more or less worked exactly as you wanted to do it.
Yeah.
It gives you a lot of you can more or less wait and see what they're going to do and wait to see which lane they're going to take. And then with Oikun, he just has such great repositionability with engine and his dial that it gives you a lot of advantages. Okay.
Yeah. True.
So you set up, you more or less like just kind of bait him along with Oikun. You're basically hoping just to like drag him into the asteroid, so he's just gonna be useless in terms of shooting, basically.
Yeah. Kind of waiting for him to commit with the shuttle, and then pounce in that area.
Okay. So this is like, let's see, we got 3 left banks. So this is like pretty critical turn right here. What are you thinking with Oikun? What do you think he's going to do? And then what are you going to do to counter right here, you think?
With Oikun? So here I was actually worried if I could decloak left or not. Or if I was going to be forced to decloak forward, because I knew I couldn't do right. And then I was just kind of worried about getting Oikun out of the way of Whisper. So I think actually, I want to see if I could do left. I hit the wrong button. I can do it.
Ooh. Oh, I don't know. Actually, I think you might have. I think you just catch the corner.
Yeah, I did.
It's a good call.
Good. I wasn't a fool then. So with Oikun, I was just thinking, get out of that shuttle's arc. The second he starts shooting at me with the shuttle, he starts getting the advantage of 3v2 shots instead of 2v2. So what did I do? I think I just dialed it in 2 forward just for you to get out of Whisper's way. GD cloak forward. And then I could wait and wait for the shuttle and maybe boost or reposition with him. Because I figured the shuttle was going to 1 bank, not sit there.
That's what I was kind of thinking too. But he really liked that electronic baffle throughout the tournament.
Yeah, he did. I mean, it was good.
Yeah.
I saw him use it against you, and that was pretty good.
Yep. Ooh.
I think the only thing that surprised me here was exactly how far Vessery went.
Yeah. And I think...
a little farther back.
Oops, let me get that dice up.
Yeah.
There we go.
No, that was lucky.
Palp, so huge.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much here I could have lost. But sometimes when you play Whisper, you can't dodge all the arcs. Or you have to take a round where you got to set up your target lock so you can be a little crazier. And partially because I couldn't decloak left, I had to commit to going forward. But with the hope that maybe Oikun was in the position to finish off and take out some other stuff, even if Whisper did bite it. Yeah.
Okay, so this really is like pretty much the critical turn of the match, really. And I was thinking, like the 2 forward decloak and then the hard left seems pretty obvious because obviously you can't decloak anywhere else. So basically it's either you're just going to 2 forward 4K or just run. And the 4K seems like a pretty good deal, right? Because all he could really do with June would be like 2 left turn, barrel roll left back, and even that I don't think it might have got you an arc, but still you can with Palpatine. Probably not going to die, but Vessery is more or less blocked unless he just because even if he 3 left banks, I don't think he clears that rock. So is that basically what you were thinking? Is that a 4K probably makes you safe?
Yeah, exactly. It looked like Vessery couldn't make the 3 bank, and Juno for sure couldn't 3K. So she could walk 3K.
Yeah.
And if she did, I was thinking I could hard turn Oikinen and either get some range one shots, or I could have done a 3-turn and then boost if it would have fit. Could have boosted in there to just block it all.
Yep.
Yeah. Tomorrow if we see if Vicery can 3 bank.
Okay.
Let's do that. What's that?
Ooh.
He makes it a lot.
Interesting.
Sometimes you win games by the skin of your teeth.
Let me join player 3. Because Juno also has a 1 left turn. Let's see what this would have done. Barrel left back. So you go...
I think that's the move we did in the end.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and see. Decloak forward. Hard left onto the rock. 3 left turn. So that's pretty huge that he hits that rock, because that denies him a range 1 shot.
Right.
Oh, well that's not terrible, I guess, blocking his own 4K. Kind of surprised he would do that, though.
Yeah, he thought I was going to 3-turn left. He was going to barrel roll behind me. It was an interesting looking move. I guess his Juno might have blocked the 3-turn anyway.
Ooh. So he, like, just doesn't catch you. Wow.
Yep.
And then, yep, that's a dead Juno.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even so, he has to spend his action to barrel roll, so now he's got nothing but Palp, and you got TL and Palp, so, I mean, that's really it right there.
Right.
He does his best to make a game of it afterwards, but, yeah, there's really not a whole lot else he can do. Although he does a nice move right here to catch your Whisper.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought I blocked the 3-turn with Oiken by 1 bank, but a 2-turn would have done it. But so I thought I had made a safe move again, but he knew a little better. He knew his shuttle was blocking it a little better than I did. Yeah, that was a good move.
Yeah, very good block. And then gets a good roll to boot, and yep. So, yeah.
That's it.
Well done, but, yeah, just losing Juno that early. And then...
Yeah. If there was any ship I wanted to kill first, it was Juno. Juno's got to take the target lock early, so a little less defensive.
Yep.
And, yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. So you want to watch Fire Up Starslinger's game, Phil?
Yeah.
Okay. So for those of you that didn't know, in the Vassal League that is going on right now, we're currently about to enter Season 1, but Season 0, Fildo finished second place in the first half, going 5-0, and thusly was placed into one of the top brackets, and got entered into basically the toughest bracket, what I thought, with Paul Heaver, Starslinger, and Logus Bile. And we'll go ahead and watch Paul's game. I'll make Phil to watch his one loss. I got to make him watch one loss, or we're going to watch so many wins. But this is going to be Starslinger's game, which was a very good game as well.
Yeah, I actually have to. I think I have to download that. I think Starslinger took the log.
Okay.
You want us to go through Paul's first?
Okay.
Go through the loss.
So, where is that?
And yeah, when I got into the pot, I was like, of course I got to play against Paul. I was excited about it.
Okay, and Paul's running a list that sort of started catching some steam near the end of Wave 7, although this is a bit of a variation of it, and this is what our boy Sozin took to Adepticon and went 9-0 with, except the only difference is Paul switched out Karnor for Inquisitor. Other than that, it's the exact same list, and a very solid all-around list. Definitely something that has the tools to deal with something like Whisper And Oikun, were you terrified about Wampa killing Whisper in 2 shots?
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
So,
That was my first thought was, oh, I got to take care of this Wampa.
okay. And
uh,
yeah, even then, you hate Omega Leader getting endgame against Whisper as well, or even Oikun, because, I mean, that's pretty much one of the most devastating endgame ships there is. So, were you
yeah.
more or less going in with the same strategy, just try to break up the shuttle in the rocks, basically?
Yeah, kind of wait till he commits to one side and then maybe get around that line of rocks over here.
Mm-hmm.
So get screwed up for a couple turns.
Yeah. So he has a nice little move here. He gets into range 3, and, Inquisitor's more or less safe with Palpatine and auto thrusters. And gets 2 through, so that's a nice little start out for Paul there. So now...
Yeah, that's when I learned just how good Inquisitor was.
Yes, for sure. Okay, so what are you thinking here?
I'm thinking he's going to bank everything to the left. He can probably 3-bank that shuttle. Wampa, I would do a 1-turn with Wampa. I think that's what he does, and then just wait to see which side I go and barrel roll around. I'd probably I don't know if I'd 1-turn with the Mega Leader. Inquisitor's in front, and he's probably afraid. He's probably not going to turn in Inquisitor, because then I'd just ram him, and he doesn't have anything to block it.
Yeah.
He might just Whisper shot, so he's probably going to run away with him, but Omega Leader's pretty safe.
Yeah, so I thought you had a real nice... You really picked that out pretty well, is that he's probably just going to run with Inquisitor,
right?
Which is exactly what he does. So you come out with a 4 forward on Oikun, and then boost. I thought that was a real nice move, because Wampa gets in, but meh, that's fine. And then sure enough, he just 4-4s Inquisitor and gets him out of there. And Omega 2 turns in, and is forced to can't lock Whisper, has to lock Oikun, who Omega can't shoot. So I thought that was a very nice turn from you. And now we have a 5-hour discussion about Palpatine and Omega Leader interaction, because no one's still clear on that. So he gets a little bit lucky here. You get 4 hits with Palp and Focus, but he rolls 3 natural evades and then Palps 1, so that sucks.
That was a pain.
Thankfully you dodge. And then go long range on Wampa. Get 1 through. Take that. And then Wampa gets double crit. That's a good roll. And you get no evades. That kind of sucks. So minus down on dice a little bit to start out. Now we're into it. So go ahead and talk about what you got here.
Oh yeah, I thought my position last turn was good. This one I was like, oh no, this is not very good. Omega Leader's gonna probably left turn 1 or 2 turn, and get into a spot to block my decloak right and 2-bank left inwards. And I don't think I want to run away, because he might just get free shots on me with Wampa. Probably bank left. And I know Inquisitor probably just 1 turn and wait till I commit to a decloak and then barrel roll accordingly and boost. And I'm thinking I just don't want to get shot by Wampa. So I think I take a plan of action that's a decloak forward and then commit to either going straight and either bumping into Wampa and needing a Palp shuttle, or
well, these are the critical turns where a Whisper player faces, where he knows it's coming, and he has to find a way to just like not screw up monumentally and just get Whisper get lit up, which more or less the turns that separate, an average Whisper player from a good one. And so decloak forward, he 2-banks in with OG Pooch, nice move. You 2-turn hard 2 Oikun was more or less predictable, and then he keeps Wampa in the back to try to get arc. 2 left turns. I thought that was a bit of a strange move, but I guess he's just trying to block. Not sure, but then sure enough, he just turns in with Inquisitor, and then locks onto, and you 3 left turn. I thought that was an awesome move, because now look at all the arcs you just dodged right there. I mean, really, And like
Right.
looking back at what we were looking at before, it's really hard to imagine that like working out so hard. And if you're
Right.
getting props from Paul Heber, that's when you know it was actually not a terrible move.
Right.
So I
Yeah,
mean,
you're right. I think pretty much it all hinged on if he would. I thought he would boost forward with Inquisitor.
uh-huh.
Uh, and I made a guess that as an Inquisitor player, he doesn't need a boost,
Mm-hmm.
and he wants more actions
Mm-hmm.
to get the target lock. So I don't think he had the target lock.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Just kind of a gamble.
And get one through.
Not so bad.
And he doesn't have, or maybe he's got a shot with Wampa. You get one more. And yeah, no shots for Wampa, so definitely a win on that turn. He doesn't even get a single shot, and you get a couple of nice ones. So
Right.
So now, more or less, probably just gonna, one bank in Oikun, and then just decloak right and hard turn in with Whisper is what you're thinking? Or actually...
well, the one turn is definitely going to probably get blocked by the Inquisitor if I decloak right. Because he can just one turn left, boost, and then roll. And then Womp can probably just one turn right and either barrel roll to get a shot or just have a shot. So I think the only safe move was for me to decloak forward and then K-turn. So it doesn't look like he can get a shot with any ship except for Wampa. Wampa would have a hard turn. And then I'd probably just pilot kill him possibly. And it looks like I can fit Oiken through that gap, so I think I 2-turn him in.
Okay. So decloak forward, he just runs the shuttle onto the rock intentionally just to get him. Oh, look at that. What a nice move. And then you boost to more or less try to block Wampa's hard turn, or just to get him in there?
Yeah. I think it was just to get him in there. It's one of those, I wasn't sure I could do it. I didn't really think really hard about it. I think I would have kept him back if I had thought just a little bit harder, personally. Because I didn't really think really hard about what Omega Leader was doing. I think he sloops left, and I didn't expect that. I thought he would hard turn left. Basically, I just wanted to be in there with Oiken so I could start getting his ability going.
Yeah. So they call no bumps. That's works out good for Paul, obviously. And at this point, more or less, he's got to just figure you're gonna K-turn with Whisper. So he's got some guns pointed at Oikun. We go 4-on-4 at Inquisitor. And he's going to take that evade. Push him by doing work. And the crit is a direct hit. That's not so hot. Oh, and then a big hit crit roll. So that definitely hurts. And then a console fire is... Definitely don't want that on your decimator. So,
yeah.
But you get a nice... Yeah. You hope that he's asked to spend the focus at least there on that shot instead of just getting... the natural, and you get 3 through because now he gets to spend one more and doesn't have to take a shield, and gets palp as well. So
if I had done one more, I could have forced a bump and then took him out. But
so that was definitely a huge roll on his part.
Yeah. So this one, I think I just wanted to bump Wampa, though I think I almost messed it up, almost.
Ooh. Yeah. But, just catches Wampa's nub.
Thank goodness. I didn't even think about the fact that I would not bump. I was like, big scary moment.
Yep.
I think I was a little intimidated or something. I don't know.
It's intimidating playing Paul.
It is. Yeah, I didn't think I ever would be intimidated by it, but apparently I was.
Yeah. Never know until you get there.
Yeah.
Okay, so he does a nice 2-turn with shuttle, gets a range 1 shot, but you're just like, oh well, I should be safe with palp and focus.
Yep.
And so you get kind of a crappy roll here, obviously, 2 blanks and 2 eyeballs. And I think you make the right decision and don't focus because it's tough to imagine that getting through. And then he gets 3 natural hits. That hurts.
Yeah.
Okun down to 3.
And there I make my biggest mistake. One of them, I palp on the Orkin shot onto Inquisitor.
Uh-huh.
It was kind of one of those, I might have forgot that the shuttle was firing.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of.
Well,
so that was,
you still don't. Yeah, he still gets a pretty good roll, and that's a bad roll. I mean, you still really can't expect to lose 2 shields there, because normally he's going to get 2 hits, pout for 3, and then you should be able to. I mean, maybe you'll take 1, but yeah, that was a little bit rough. So
yeah.
nice block there. He's going to come back in with Inquisitor. Let's see what we can get on. And then he just self-bump there.
Yeah, so I'm trying to take out a Mega Leader.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Another one where I should have last round attacked Omega Leader with Captain Oiken if I had thought a little harder about who my next target was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got the 5-hitter. Nice.
Yeah, you get 5, punch through a DH, get him down to 1, but then he gets a... Okay, so you dodge that, and now he's going to go at Oikun. Okay, so you're safe there.
Yeah.
So getting down to it now, so what are you thinking here? Oh, so sorry, Oikun's got 1 more shot.
Yeah.
And taking another pot shot and Quiz. Can't punch through again. Yep. Okay.
Then I think this is the turn I lose. So I decide to 1 turn decloak left and 1 turn because I'm thinking finally Paul won't think I'm doing the obvious move because I'd done like 4 non-obvious moves.
Uh-huh.
And I was also thinking my decloak backwards might block that Palp shuttle under the rock.
Uh-huh.
Which I see now that that's definitely incorrect. Though probably what I should have done is decloak left and then 3 banked or 2 banked right. Maybe took a shot at Inquisitor. Because I had to take a guess as to which one he would block, and the 1 turn's the most one he would block.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since I already have a target lock on Omega Leader.
Yeah.
Not.
It's too bad you couldn't. Did you ever think about not decloaking and just going 1-4 with Oikun to kill off Omega Leader?
Yeah, I kind of thought about it. If I was afraid of the Inquisitor shot, or Oikun was kind of cutting it pretty low.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't quite sure I could solo the rest of his list if Omega Leader was still alive. Yeah, but I guess I could have if he just stayed bumped, huh?
But then you don't get a shot is the thing, and Oikun dies for sure. So.
Yeah, but I didn't think about his ability where as long as I'm touching the ship.
I believe, yeah, that's how it is. Is that once you complete your maneuver, whoever is touching you takes the damage.
Right.
I believe is what it says.
And looking at where his shuttle went, yeah, I definitely could have done that. That would have been a great move. So shuttle would have blocked his own Omega Leader. Oh, that would have been good. That's a good move. I'll remember that. Thanks for that one.
Okay, so you just try to get Oikun out of dodge. Hope he can just live 1 more turn, and then you figure you'll go with the obvious because you hadn't been playing obvious, but he more or less thinks you're just goes for it anyway. You still get a shot, but another bad roll.
I'd have to roll 5 hits probably to block him, and that's impossible. So it expects to go through.
Yeah, Oikun just could not throw out any damage this game.
Yeah, he was having it rough.
Yeah, so that's it. So, yeah, felt like he played pretty good. I don't feel like his dice were way better, but I felt like he had a little bit better dice and a couple of critical turns, like that 1 turn against Inquisitor. If you could have punched a crit through onto him, that would have been pretty huge. But was definitely a closer game than the 3 ships that he has left, because Omega's down to 1. Inquisitor really should have been down to 1 or none. And then Whisper had some pretty bad uh, green dice on some critical turns. So I thought it was a very good
Right.
match.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I didn't think it was too bad as well. I've practiced against that list a couple times since
Mhm.
then because I figured it would be a big hit, and it's really tough to beat. I
Mhm.
actually think the best I did was when I played Paul. Well,
Uh-huh.
that's because I was playing against myself on the table, so I knew what I was doing. But
Mhm.
it's pretty rough to beat with just 2 chips and no gunner.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So you got
Yeah,
a Star Slingers game?
I will shortly. I got too into what we were doing. All right, season 0. Hopefully the stuff's still up here. Oops. Ah, no one took a log. Dang
No
it.
one took the log. All right.
No wonder I couldn't find it.
Well, how do you feel about
Man.
this list going into Wave 8, Phil?
I think it's pretty solid versus 3 jump masters.
Uh-huh.
I got Pilot Skill 4 boosting ship.
Yep.
Whisper's got a pretty big gun. She dies still when she takes torps. I mean, plasma torps are pretty rough against her. She just takes 1 damage and
Uh-huh.
loses both shields,
Yep.
which is pretty rough. But I think Oiken he's like a big base ship that can get in there, and he'll take at least 4 torpedoes if
Yep.
they all hit.
Yep.
So I think it's in a pretty good spot for that list. Tal Faces is pretty rough. With only 2 ships and no gunner.
Exactly. And they all get to
Yeah,
move after you.
yeah, exactly. I've considered moving to Darth Vader crew instead of Yasanisard
Mm.
to kind of counter that. But I don't know. Yasan's pretty important for beating the Jump Masters, so
Mm-hmm.
I haven't decided there. I
Mm-hmm.
took it to Adepticon, and no, I didn't win it, nor did I not make the cut. But I didn't lose to Pal Faces because I didn't face them.
Mm.
It actually turned out I couldn't beat Auto Blaster Ghost. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I don't know why I didn't practice against it. So I think that showed when I was playing against him.
But other than that,
So
you
I think it's doing
certainly
good stuff.
wouldn't say you just abandon. You feel like it potentially can still be pretty competitive in the meta. That's basically what you're
Yeah,
saying. Yeah.
yeah, I think it's in a good spot. It's almost in a better spot because I do think it is a good pick versus the 3 Jump Masters.
Would you
Um,
rather face like the 3 Jump Masters or the 4 TLTs?
yeah, that's a tough one. 3 Jump Masters for sure.
Mm-hmm.
4 TLT, you can just lose instantly.
Yeah.
Whisper rolls 1 bad roll.
Yep.
I've played against it a couple times. If I ever beat it, it takes forever
Mm-hmm.
before I lose in 1 round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not so bad. It's pretty good coming up. I mean, I'm probably going to play something else for a little while.
Uh-huh.
I think I played this match, this squad for like 36 or 40 times now,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I'm just getting bored of it.
Yeah.
So I'm not playing.
For sure.
When you get bored of a list, you stop doing creative things and
Yep.
autopilot.
It's not quite as fun as it should be either.
Yeah, exactly. Like I wish the Team Covenant Open had ended sooner, or I got knocked out, because then I could have had time to practice a different list for Adepticon.
Uh-huh.
It ended like the week before, and I'm like,
Yep.
this is the only list I've been playing. What do I do?
Yeah. Well, it's fun to do that too, just to bring it up against the new meta and see how it handles. But
Yeah, I agree.
all right. Well, anything else you want to talk about before we sign off, Phil?
Let's see. Star Slinger versus Fildo game. I started playing a Dash Miranda,
Uh-huh.
and I really like Dash Miranda.
Uh-huh.
I think it's really good. Sabine Miranda's pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what I'm going to be playing for a little while. Moving over to Rebels finally.
And did
Because-
he have Vader, Rex, and something else?
That's what I expected him to have, but he took a crack for him
Oh,
instead.
the Crack Black Swarm. Yeah, that's what he brought to Adepticon.
Yeah, and he did really well. I was
Uh,
watching him.
so how did you felt like Dash? Did you have Keenan on Dash?
No, I run the Jeff
Oh,
Burling dash from Nationals, Lone Wolf, R2D2. I'll write a title and heavy laser cannon.
okay.
So I really like how R2D2 plays with the 2 agility Lone Wolf ship. Sometimes you can just take a shield, save your focuses, or sometimes you just come out and you lose all your 5 your shields early, but you keep with that one shield, and then
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you gain extra ammo V.
Huh.
So that's
Interesting.
pretty fun. Yeah,
And
I think it's pretty good. And Miranda was running had a TLT, Proxmine, extra munition, seismic charge, advanced slam, and Sabine,
hmm. So that
which
that
if I
will
had,
that'll do pretty nice against the swarm. Is that
yeah,
more or less what
uh,
happened?
yeah, pretty much. I the opening rounds, I kited the swarm a while. Eventually, got into a corner. Didn't kill enough of them before Dash died.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it was 4 ties left versus Miranda. I think
Uh-huh.
most of them were wounded, and through some magic and bomb usage, Miranda finished him off.
Hmm.
With some pretty cool like prox mine to one shot Howl Runner thanks to Sabine.
Oh yeah.
Charge is doing 3 damage, 2 to 1
Yep.
ship, 1 to another one,
Mm-hmm.
and that happened again. That's how I won it in the end.
Hmm.
It was pretty fun.
All
I
right.
definitely think bombs are the best on Miranda because she just lives a lot longer.
And she has more
I hate playing the
opportunities
other
to drop
characters.
them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I love Sabine. I think she is potentially going to see a lot of play.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was an absolute pleasure, Phil. I would love to have you back on someday. And it looks like, did you go 7-1 then in the Vassal League?
Yeah.
So you will be on Coruscant in the
Oh
top.
yeah.
You will. There was only
Woohoo!
4 8-0s and like 3 7-1s. So I believe you are in. So yeah, very impressive. So
Well,
um,
thanks.
yeah, thanks for coming on, and um, I will definitely be casting a lot of those games. So probably catch yours at a time or two, and interested to see what you like out of the new waves. So everyone, thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Boiler Room. We'll try to be back next week. I'm still on the fence about whether I'm going to be able to commit to doing it weekly or bi-weekly, but it will be the same time, 6 p.m. Pacific. Until then, Scum and Villainy signing off.